Hi everyone. Well, Lily's been wanting out for a little while, but I've been busy doing a few bits and pieces, but she decided to just settle her head up there. But as soon as she saw me come near the door, she's gone, okay, does that mean I get to come out? And it does, sweetie. Okay, so we're making the way to the front door, of course. That's the only way to get outside, isn't it? And we have actually had a heat wave, you could say. We've been getting up into the 30s. Yesterday, from memory, we got up into like the 32, I think it was here, which is really incredible, and it's supposed to remain that way for the rest of the week. And I actually forgot my little for the wind, but I'm going to try and get down on the ground lower, so that hopefully that wind won't affect us or affect the sound too much. I tell you what, if I didn't have my head screwed on, I would probably not have my head with me either. So I am over near the trampoline, as you will see, because it does give Lily an opportunity, if she chooses to get out of the sun. I wouldn't say that it's exceptionally hot. There is a bit of a breeze, but of course I can't keep Lily still, and I haven't even picked up Jessie's poop from the other day yet, but I won't hopefully let her go into that. I'm actually going to go and get that thing to stop that wind. Hang in there, Lil. I'll be back, sweetie. Okay, I've got it. And I can see that Lily, being such a good girl that she is, excuse me while I put it on there, is using the toilet for me. So many advantages of bringing your snake outside. It does give them the opportunity to certainly go to the bathroom. I think it's more about them making the most of being outside and realizing, well, I am out there, so hey, this is good. I can actually use the bathroom and not dirty in my enclosure. So apart from what I see as extremely good enrichment for your snakes, it also gives them that opportunity to go to the bathroom out here, and in that it saves you having to clean up their mess. And yes, I was complaining about the cost of substrate here, and I'm not one to be over pedantic in terms of pulling out all the substrate all the time, and I can at times certainly spot clean. Some of our bigger snakes, I can tell you, leave a big puddle. My dogs are going berserk in there, you can hear. I'm going to have to tell them to be quiet, but I'm not going very far, Lil, and I will be back, okay? So, okay, they've decided to be quiet now that I get to the door. Yeah, but it still costs a lot of money, and getting substrate in bulk here does not exist. That would be rather handy, and the variety of substrates don't exist either over here. So oh sorry, I've just lifted Lily and brought her back, but I can see the determination in her already is about, I don't know, whoa, I'm almost sitting on your tail there. Just sort of going back to where it is that she wants to head off to in the first place. But this is free enrichment. Ultimately, coming outside, letting them go out onto the grass and get some UV doesn't cost you anything other than, of course, yeah, your actual time. I try not to squish her tail, but you know, I just watched a video from One Soft Kiss where she was talking about immune system for snakes, and I think it is a very good topic actually to discuss. As little babies, like our babies, you know, their immune system is nowhere near as strong as the likes of Lily. You know, she is well and truly built up a really good immune system to bring her outside and to be on the grass and so forth. And a lot of people worry about that, although have worried about whether they get, you know, pick up mites and things like that. But, you know, in reality, you know, think about their immune systems, and as little ones, they just don't have a good immunity to things. So how do you know, for me, you know, I don't bring my babies out into the sun, and I certainly think that, you know, the first 6 months is probably where you keep them inside. You get them out of their enclosures or whatever inside, but not so much out here. And if you did bring them out, have a big rug down and let them stay on the rug with you. Don't go letting them crawl off in the dirt and the grass and everything until they're much older. But what you can do in the meantime for your little babies is don't be so quick to clean up after them after they've done a little pee and a poo in there. And I'm not saying leave it in with them for a week, but leave it in there for a day and then clean up, because Lily, you're just determined to go back inside because you've done your business and it's really not overly hot yet. So just give me 5 minutes, sweetie, and then I promise we will go back in. You can go up under the trampoline if you're feeling too warm in the sun, you know, or up on my shoulder at this particular point. Well, her tail hangs down to the ground even when I've lifted her up. Can you go up? See? You're out of the sun, doll. Okay? Yeah, leave it in with them, because that also helps to build up their immune system and develop immunity to things around them. So you don't have to be to that degree that the moment that they do make a little mess, in there pulling it out, leave it in. It will not hurt them. It is actually really beneficial for your little ones. Of course, you know, then when they end up making those much bigger messes, and I would probably do that, depending on when, of course, and the age. I can't even see what you guys might be seeing because the sun is really in my face. But, you know, some of us, well, you know, I get my bubs quite young. Generally, you know, after they've had 1-2 meals. So, you know, they could be only a couple of months old. Some I've had, you know, come to me before they even took their first meal. But I would say for that first few months, 4 months, don't be so quick to clean up after them. Help them build up a stronger immune system. It is really good for them. Some of you might think, oh, that is horrible. You know, generally, you know, unless they actually make a mess in their hide where, you know, they love to curl up, but more often than not they don't. They'll do it outside of where they actually curl up and sleep. If they do it in their sleeping quarter, clean it up, because you don't want them actually laying in it. But more often than not, they find another spot completely to go and make their mess away from where they know that they're going to be anyway. So just a little bit of, immune systems are, and building up your snake's immunity is very important before you start bringing them outside and letting them, you know, oh, Lily, the boring end of you, and I can see that you're looking at just going back home, or going to have a check out of things first, are you? So anyway, guys, enrichment, immunity, free enrichment, all a part of enrichment for your snakes. And yes, they do love coming on outside. They do enjoy it. All my snakes get to do it. The only one that really hasn't at this particular point is Car, Ishi and Oscar, but they will also get the opportunity to come out in the sunshine as well. But Archie has to get a little bit older at this point, but he can, of course, stay on the little mat or blanket with me anyway, but he's still a bit little. So guys, before she heads over onto that pretty warm concrete over there, you take care of yourself, your snakes. See, I said it wrong. I should have somebody with cue cards in front of me, you know, to remind me of how I say things. But take care of yourself, your family, your friends, your snakes, and all your animals.